Hello, my name is Pink Dog, and I'm going to talk for an entire 15 minutes. So this is basically a tour of my house, and I'm going to give a little story. I'll do the important stuff on the tour. So the first thing is my tree farm. 4 trees, it's pretty big. I haven't actually harvested anything from there yet, but I did record this live, but for some reason it didn't record any. So I guess technically I didn't record live, but I thought I was recording the audio of my voice, but it didn't. So here I basically talk about how that goes into a V down to the bottom. It's like an upside down pyramid basically. So then I'm showing my house. It's a 2-story house made out of wood and stone. I'll talk about that awning. That was a design choice. So that on the inside it was wood. Okay, let me see what else I talk about. I show off my little rug, my bookcase, and my greenhouse, which that is a fake tree. I basically grew the tree from the glass, and then you can basically see what I'm doing based on where I'm pointing, but I grew the tree from the grass and then planted the wood up to make it seem like it was a full-size tree that had happened to grow through a hole. This is my second floor. I have my little balcony that looks out at the front of my house. You can see the tree farm, you can see the attic. So it's 2 floors and an attic. I guess I should clarify that. This is my bedroom, which is a really good design. I would advise it to if you're making a bedroom in your house, which it really doesn't serve any practical purpose. But the fact is, I think everything looks nicer with a half-block floor, especially for a bedroom. Some stuff doesn't really look better, but like the bookshelves look really nice. The bed doesn't look as high. You don't have to jump to get up onto your bed, and the chest also looks very nice. So I show off my fancy huge window that looks at the sunset, or not the sunset, the sunrise, which is really nice. It looks really nice when the sun is rising. It's also the moonrise, but of course that doesn't look as nice. Since my window looks at the backyard, I also have a boat there, which I show later in this video. This is basically a tour of this entire house. I'm going to probably do 4 videos on a tour of my house. This house, which is this video. My main house will probably take 2 videos, and then I'm gonna do the path and like the substation that I have, or not like a subway, but like it's a small station, like a small mini house. So this is my tour of my attic. I have the windows and the design, which I go up there. That's a huge window that also looks at the sunrise, which is really nice. I kept it larger. I decided I wanted a better view there. So here I decide to go upstairs after a little bit because at nighttime the roof looks the best. At the daytime it looks like nothing special, but during the nighttime it actually looks pretty awesome because the stairs are semi-translucent, I guess. They're not completely opaque, so you can actually see light through that. So there I point out my little sort of air holes, I guess you could call them, that are squares of glass that connect to the basement. But you can see it's sort of lit up. It looks really nice. I think it's probably one of the coolest looking things is seeing the stairs lit up from underneath because it looks like they're almost glowing. So then I go back downstairs. It's like, obviously I built this first floor, second floor, then attic, which was made out of stone steps. This took a long time to build because I didn't go out there with like hordes and hordes of wood. I actually started with very little. I planted a lot of trees, which is what I'm pointing at there. If I want to make one thing clear, I planted a lot of trees. There's one thing I really want you to, okay, I'm going to stop with the X reference. Because you guys probably already, if you haven't seen that video, I would advise seeing it, but yeah, it's pretty funny. So that's underneath what the floor basically looks like, which I didn't, in like the second floor I had regard for the floor because it's also the ceiling of the first floor. But I mean, the basement isn't really meant to look extremely nice, so I didn't really care about the ceiling. I showed off my chest. I hope that's the right way to say it. If you guys missed that, you can sort of rewind. I just have a bunch of dirt and stone in the other, so I'm going to show that room later. But the first room, I'm going to show. I go down? Oh yeah, I point out how the actual entrance to the room I'm going down to is over there. But this is sort of an empty room. There's nothing really here. I sort of put smooth stone in, so I don't know really what to do with the room. I'm considering either a firing range, but tell me what you guys want me to do with this room. Should I make it a firing range? Should I do some activity? Should I widen it and make it bigger so that you can fit more things in? Tell me what you want me to do with that room. Leave it in the comments. I'm basically summarizing what I said, probably a bit more precisely than when I actually said that. There I'm pointing at the cobblestone, which was sort of a design choice. It makes the room, in my opinion, look much larger, in addition to the out den at the bottom floor. So then I chop down the trees so that I can get a better view of the entire room in its entirety instead of you just seeing like two trees. This is the underground tree farm that I have. It's pretty deep underground. You can sort of see the light there that goes up. That's one of the lights I showed you from the roof. Let me see what else there is to talk about here. It took, well, I basically decided to dig this out. I don't know why. I just, from that path, from that like stairwell down, I just dug out another path and decided to make this. I decided, what, an underground tree farm would be pretty sweet. I'm considering making an extremely deep tree farm, like on my main mine at my main house. I go down to bedrock, so I'm considering planting a tree somewhere down there and just having a little beam of light go down to it, which I think would look pretty cool. Because you'd be in like this completely desolate stone area, and then there's just one tree there. I'm considering doing that. So I broke down those trees. You can basically see it's a pretty large room. It's not huge, but you can, and then it turns to light, so you can see it got darker. But I did 3 blocks high of cobblestone and then smooth stone above that, and the smooth stone sort of indented, which makes it seem a little bit bigger in my opinion. It's one of those, actually no, it's the opposite. The Greeks used to use a technique where they would, I point out that this is an infinite room, but no, the Pantheon and stuff, they make the column smaller as it goes up to make it seem like it's much higher than it actually is. So I guess I'm sort of doing the opposite of her, I guess. If you look at the walls, I guess it is the same effect because it makes it look like the roof is going higher because the gap is smaller. So yeah, it sort of adds a nice effect. The cobblestone looks nice. I point out how I use 3x3 squares as opposed to just 1 square of dirt, and also a 2x2, which I think just personally looks bad because you'd have the tree in one of those corners. Just wouldn't look good. I point out the stairs that I've had there, like actual stairs, not just like the other one where you have to hop up and down. It's real stairs. Here I go into my backyard. I had already given a mini tour. Actually, before I go into my backyard, I drowned a sheep. So get back in there, sheep. Get in, get in. I'm gonna kill you. So I basically encase him back. You can sort of see his head popping through that. Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing? I'm gonna cover you up completely. You're not getting out of here. So yeah. So I guess I should point out what that is. That little pool is actually a fishing hole that I made. It's relatively deep. I'm pretty sure I show how deep it is right here. If I don't though, it's about 5 blocks deep. Yeah, I show how deep it is. It's pretty deep. It's really nice. Like before it was only 1 deep, but the fishing rod for some reason would get like stuck on the bottom. So this is my backyard. It has a bunch of seats because I forget where I saw the seat design, but I saw it somewhere and I decided, you know what, this seat design looks really nice. They look like beach chairs. I'm pointing out my little mini station over there. But yeah, I really like the seat design. It's a regular stone seat with a half stone in front of it, which basically makes it look like a lounge chair. So I pointed out how the building was originally not meant to be as big as it is. Those are my reeds. Oh no, here I'm pointing out how my entire backyard's fenced in, so I don't get attacked by creepers and skeletons and all that stuff, and they usually don't spawn near there, which is pretty nice. But once I did have a creeper somehow spawn in the house, I think it was basically just a glitch because I looked around and my entire house was lit up, so there's no way it could have spawned in. But it did, so cool. So those are the reeds. I stacked them 4 high because I like having the taller reeds if I'm not going to be cutting them. And these I'm not cutting, they're purely for design. So I left them 4 high. So I mentioned how I cut out the mountain there because I don't like having a mountain right up against the house. I like having windows, and honestly, having a window into a dirt wall does not look that nice. Right now, my mini farm, it's not really growing, I guess, since I didn't put enough light there. And I decide I'm just going to let you guys watch the sunset. But I guess I'll discuss what the main point of this video is to get your opinions on a series I'm considering doing in Minecraft. First, I'll list a bunch of questions. I'll probably put them in the description. But the first question is, do you want a Minecraft series? Okay? So I'm going to write this down so I remember. But do you want a Minecraft series? Do you want a Let's Play? So that's one of the main things I'm considering starting a new world, doing a Let's Play. Oh yeah, I'll point this out first. I'm pointing out a thing that you could, if any of you do machinima, any people who view this, like, ever do machinima stuff, I'm pointing out how you can get a pretty cool machinima effect in Minecraft by pressing F1 while in the inventory. It sort of makes the sky look gray, and it adds, you could use it as an effect, like if something bad were to happen, or like some invasion or something. I just thought it looked really cool. I found it completely by accident. So I was pressing F1, and then I pressed inventory, and I thought the inventory would still come up. But it looks pretty cool. So I'm going to finish the comment question. So it's, do you want me to do any other Minecraft videos? You might not like Minecraft videos. I'm probably going to do it regardless, but I want your opinions. And then, should I do a Let's Play of Minecraft? Should I just start a new world and play through it? Or would you rather see like a different kind of series? Because I do have one kind of series in mind that I think could be enjoyable, and I'll basically go over the idea. It's basically sort of a mock Survivorman, but in Minecraft. So as you know, like, when you start out the world of Minecraft, you have absolutely nothing, and then you build a house. What I'm proposing is that I start a series where I don't build a house. I simply go out with, let's say, a sword, maybe a steel sword, nothing else, maybe a pick if you guys decide. But leave in the comments what you want me to bring on my first little series of Survivorman in Minecraft, if I do it. So tell me, do you want me to do a Survivorman Minecraft series? I'll probably do like maybe a short series, see if that gets some views, because not many people watching this, but I'll see if I can get a few more views, see if people are interested in it, and then I'll let you guys basically give the guidelines. You can be like, you can say something like, I want it to be sort of random. I guess it could also be a challenge, like survival challenge. So you could do something like, you have to go out there with only a stick, nothing else, you can't gather supplies, whatever you guys basically say. Or you could say something like, what I'm considering is going out with a steel sword, like 2 torches, and like 3 pieces of cooked meat, and then you basically make me go out there and survive. And the point of the Survivorman thing would not be go out with few supplies, build a house, and survive. No, it would be a survival with no building houses and basically no collecting blocks. Like, as soon as I collect a block, I'd get rid of it. So the point would be basically me trying to survive using basically what I have in nature. So I wouldn't like dig out a hole in a mountain, but I was thinking about it, and I might consider like climbing up into a tree and hiding there during the nighttime. Something that sort of adds more of a survival aspect. You know, I can't build a giant house like this and just lay in it the entire time. So tell me what you guys think. What should I be able to bring on the Survivorman series? Thank you for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.